Guys, it's Dag, and I'm back like that pimple that pokes up on your nose when you're getting ready to do a big presentation at work, and it's like it's red and it's glowing, and all you can see is that pimple at the end of your nose. I mean, you look down there, and it's like you can't see anything that you normally would be looking at. It's the pimple, and it's there, and it's going to be there for everybody to see, and they're all looking at you, and you're just like, yeah, I'm one of those. I'm one of those pimples. I'm back. It is Tuesday. It's Taco Tuesday, and I am coming at you from Final Fantasy XIV. I've got my monk, Chad Fist, with the perfectly coiffed hair, and he's going to be doing some leveling in that in-between stage between the original game of Final Fantasy XIV and the first expansion that came out. So I actually almost have him done with the main storyline for the in-between stuff that they developed. So today's holiday is National Tattoo Day. And I would show you my tattoo, but I have to like take off my underwear to show it to you, and I don't want to get censored by the Twitch community here. So yeah, it is. This is a PG rated stream, and so I will not show you my tattoo. So let's see what's going on with Chad today, okay? If I can get him to move, good. Yay, things are moving. I had to reboot my machine like 3 times this morning to get things to work. So it is a good thing that I am actually starting to build my new machine, and I'm expecting more parts to come in shortly. So hopefully, you know, we'll be able to get that going. And my biggest dread of all of this would be to get all the stuff pulled together and then have to figure out how the hell to I'm not going to be able to get out that way. Should have seen they got like balusters going, hey, no, don't cross this line. I wouldn't be able to get everything transferred from this system I'm working on right now to the new system. That's kind of my biggest fear, is like it's going to take me a while to get everything put back together. I hope it's not the case, but it's possible. All right, desperate times. Here's Raban. Hi, buddy. I'm back. Don't hit me. All right. Now is not a good time, Chad. My hands are full of dealing with the refugees. Precisely the matter we wish to discuss, General. Oh, okay. Alphanod decides to join us. Alphanod, back on your feet already? You may credit my swift recovery to your chirurgeons. Okay, so I guess the doctors took a look at him. He shakes his head. My memories of the riot are still somewhat muddled. I trust you managed to regain control of the situation. Not entirely. We secured the city soon enough, but not before the unrest had spread to the surrounding territories. Pockets of resistance remain throughout Thanalan. We have sent what forces we can spare to root out the last of the belligerents, but progress is slow. They are damnably elusive. I can well imagine, given that the majority of the refugees live outside the walls, it stands to reason they would know the lay of the land. So they can hide, right? What I do not understand is how they came to be so well prepared. Before my little accident, I observed that several of the refugees were armed, and not with butcher's knives or pitchforks, but with martial weapons. I need hardly add that such equipment is costly. None can deny that tensions between the Uldan citizenry and the refugee population have increased since the Dolmens were turned away. But would that motivate a starving man to purchase arms in lieu of food? I think not. And what of those who have not even a single gil to spend? Who could not survive without the aid provided by the immortal flames? Surely they would sooner sell a weapon than bring it to bear against their benefactors. Come to the point. Very well. My point, General, is that this powder keg of discontent was not set alight by chance. These events were deliberately set in motion. And now order must be restored. That is my first duty. Until it is done, any investigation can wait. I do not have time to discuss this. My scouts will be returning anon. All right, the general is no fool. He keeps his own counsel, and with good cause. Were he to claim without the necessary proof that these riots were instigated by outside forces, the monetarists would accuse him of attempting to shirk responsibility. After all, he and the Sultana have been the most outspoken proponents of refugee aid. Regardless, they will face harsh criticism in the days ahead. Our allies may stumble upon the truth in time, but far more faith in your abilities, Chad. Therefore, I propose we conduct our own investigation independent of the authorities. To that end, I would have you make inquiries in the settlements suspected of harboring belligerents. Commander Swift will know which they are. He may balk at a request for such information, and I've no doubt that you can persuade him with your silver tongue. I meanwhile shall seek answers in my own way, after which we can regroup and share our findings. Well then, shall we? And I guess I agree. No, those are killer-looking weapons I've got now, so very colorful. Kind of clashes with his outfit, but that's okay. So I gotta go talk to Swift. There's Swift. Uh-oh. I see my ninja chat has gone out again, so let me restart the sucker. Hang on a second. There it goes. Okay. It's back! Yay! But, alright. Yeah, it's weird. It just kind of goes out and then comes back. I'm going to check something real quick. I can do it like a test. It still works, yay! Okay, back to the game. Very well. The Brass Blades have reported suspicious activity in the vicinity of Lost Hope. It may be unrelated to recent events, but we doubt it. I suggest you begin by speaking to the Blades posted there. Alright, I have talked with Swift, and now I need to go elsewhere. Where am I going? Where is me going? Desperate times. Alright, after a moment's hesitation, Commander Swift reveals the Brass Blades have reported suspicious activity in the vicinity of Lost Hope. Journey to the settlement in central Fenelon and investigate their claims. Okay, and that is over there. And Black Brush Station. Okay, so I can portal to Black Brush Station. That's what I'm going to do. I can find out where it is. There it is. And off I go. Alright, I'm here now, so now I can fly. And I'm just going right here. Alright. Hi guys. How's it going? Amelberga. I'm going to talk to Amelberga first. And what brings you here, adventurer? A search for refugees? Well then, you've come to the right place. Have I? Okay. Ah, you mean those refugees. Oh, different refugees. Okay. Oh no, you won't find them here. Most of the people of Lost Hope have come to accept their situation and are content to pass their days in peace and quiet. Huh, okay. Outsiders have trouble understanding that, like that merchant who passed through recently. Gregarious fellow, but awfully opinionated. Can't say I was sad to see him go. So there was someone that came by. Okay, that's interesting. I didn't expect them to send you, Chad. I take it... This is Leofric, by the way. I take it this means someone has read my report? The refugees who left with the merchant have yet to return, and I am increasingly concerned that Zazawaka's suspicions were correct. You haven't the foggiest what I'm talking about, do you? Never mind. Speak with Zazawaka, and he will explain everything. Zazawaka? Okay. So where is Zaza? Well, Zazawaka is that way. That way. Okay. We'll go that way. Hopefully it's not too far. You can fly no higher. Oh. Wait. It shows he's down there. Oh, he's in the cave? I guess so. Okay. There he is. Oh, Zazawaka. Ah, don't hurt me. I'm not one of them. I beg your pardon. You're not a flame? I see. If Leofric bid you speak with me, then I take it you've agreed to help. 12 be praised to that, because we haven't a moment to waste. Everyone knows the flames are on the march. The others have fallen under their that fanatic spell, but not me, not I. Promises of revolution and retribution, of holding the ruling class to account, and taking that which is owed. Ha! Childish fantasy. I did everything I could to dissuade the others from leaving, but few would heed my words. Now that one of our idealists has returned, however, the madness of the merchant's plan is plain for all to see. Look behind yonder tent, and you will understand why. Even now, he babbles incoherently. So traumatized is he by the bloodshed he witnessed. Try as I might, I can make little sense of his words, beyond the fact that he is not alone in surviving. Yet I have no doubt that merchant will lead the remainder to their dooms. I beg of you, find them before he does. And there's a guy hiding behind this tent. Terrified. He's absolutely terrified. Whoa, 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 what are you doing? Don't draw. Don't draw. Don't draw. Don't draw. Don't draw. I don't draw things anyway. I do it on the computer. Why didn't you run away with me? We could have escaped together. Then would you be here with me? Be here to soothe me? Why? Why did you have to stay and leave me alone? And, oh, here we go again. The chat just keeps like popping in and out. Sorry, guys. All right. Huh. That's interesting. I gotta check one more thing here. Okay, that one's working fine. That one's still working. That one's still working. Too many add-ons. This is how I'm able to get everything to work together, though. So, all right, we're back, I think. Yeah, all right. Terrified refugee. It's not fair. You should be here to soothe me. Why didn't you listen to me? I don't know. So what is this guy? Is this guy bugged? Oh, soothe. Okay. Let's see. /SOOTHE. I did. It's not working. Oh, I gotta try it without the thing up. There we go. Now I'm soothing him. Okay, who are you? What do you want? I just soothed you. So, aye, it's true. I followed the merchant, and may the gods strike me down for my folly. What they will not give, you must take, he said. When he asked how, he revealed the cache weapons he had brought and implored us to seize control of our fates. I thought about running then and there, but the others were so excited. He split us into two groups, sent us off on our own. But when the flames found us, we didn't know what to do. Our leader tried to parley with theirs, and then they started arguing, and then fighting. And then everyone was fighting, and then the flames were shouting to give no quarter, and... oh gods, the other group, they're still out there. If we don't stop them, they'll be massacred like mine was. Okay, so I've got a direct hit, determination, and skill speed. I have no clue which one I should go for this time. I'd say direct hit. All right, we'll try direct hit. See, the chat went out again, so hopefully it'll come back on. I'm going to stop messing with it. Okay. So, give me a second, guys, because I want to fix this so I can see chat in case anyone is trying to do that. And I'm going to drag these windows up here so I can actually see them. All right, now I can see both the chats and hopefully the game as well. All right, now I got it. All right, what am I supposed to do with this guy? The terrified refugee would have you find his brethren and convince them to lay down their arms. And for that, they'll give me another ring. The other refugees are hiding in the cave south of Lost Hope, but to approach them would be fruitless. They would sooner call us agents of the Sultanate and try to kill us than listen to reason. Why, the twins might even deign to do the deed themselves. A pox on all bloody sellswords. They were supposed to train us to fight, but the ones we sent with us vanished during the struggle. Of course they did. Oh, if only we had never listened to that merchant's ridiculous claims. He said our cause was righteous, and the gods would never suffer us to be defeated. Though, if they were forced to confront reality, that's it. Challenge the twins to combat and show my brethren that their strongest warriors are no match for one man. Mayhaps, then, that they agreed to lay down their arms and renounce this plot. Okay, and I need to go out. Am I going out this way? Yeah, I guess I'm going to go out this way through the water. Alright, now I could have jumped on my mount before, but it's like, yeah, this is fine. Here's the other cave. These F's are gonna bug me. There's a desperate refugee. Hi, desperate. 7 hells, they found us. Everyone grab your gear and make for the rendezvous point. And I'm looking around going, where are the folks? I don't see anyone. Oh, there they are. Another one. Hark. Any more? 2 more. Oh, dude. I gotta go all the way back. Well, I was there already, so it's like, not that far. All right, chat is still being really chat as opposed to Chad. Chat is still being a little funky here, so it's like, yeah, all right. All right, now I got to go back out to Black Brush Station. And I'm gathering that I'm going to have to, like... Oh, before we do that, let's see what... Did any of did that ring that I got? Yes, the ring was a new ring, a better ring. So we'll go ahead and add that. I doubt if that will increase my chances of not getting slaughtered. But guess I gotta go down. Really? Where am I supposed to be? I'm not in... Maybe the other side of this? Yeah. Where's the fucking cave? Okay, this is weird. Down below? Now, I was in a cave, wasn't I? Is that it? That's not a cave. Okay. Map. Oh, it's over there. Okay. That's weird. It's this way. Apparently. Nope. Okay, back to Black Brush. Let's see, they had to go this way. So there's the river. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I gotta go talk to this guy again. All right. Let me see what I'm doing here, because I've got my second wind and I have my bloodbath. So I'm going to put these someplace where it actually makes sense. There we go. Do it that way. So bloodbath, faint, inspired meditation. Yeah. Okay. Let's try that for right now. Desperate refugee, 7 hells, blah 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 blah. All right. Let's see if I can get rid of these guys a little faster this time. Well, that's got me a little... Helps if I don't miss a hit. Oh, fuck. Do I have these damn Fs after me, too? Come here. How'd you die? Oh, F's. They got me. Come here, dude. You need to go. Okay. I finished. Yay. I thought the F's were going to get me. I gotta talk to this guy again? Alright, dude. What is your problem? You beat him like that. It was nothing. Oh, Thal Almighty. What are we going to do now? What are you going to do? Well, stop fighting me. How about that for a start? Are there more terrified folks in here? Because I don't see them. Where are they? I guess we'll just go back there. There's a terrified refugee. All right. Get off the mount so I can see things. You've returned. Did you find my brethren? What of the twins? What happened? I see. Well, you had no choice. Better that a handful of them take a beating from you than a lot get butchered by the flames. Tell me, what did the merchant have to say when it was over? Where else would he be? Unless he went to Stone's Throw to recruit others? So they were talking about trying to find the guy that instigated stuff. All right. Do I take any of these rings? Determination, piety, I don't need that. Vitality and critical hit. Maybe that one. Let's see. Let's see if it's a better ring. Nope, not a better ring. Okay. All right, what am I supposed to do now, Terrified Refugee? Terrified Refugee would have you find the shady figure who is trying to stir dissent among his brethren. Okay. The merchant wished to approach the refugees in Stone's Throw, but was waiting until the flames withdrew their forces from the vicinity. Now that they have, there's nothing to stop him from continuing his work. How many more must perish in pursuit of this futile cause? How much more suffering must we endure before it ends? Find him, convince him to cease his mad quest. It will surely lead us to ruin. Don't call us Shirley. Search Stone's Throw for the merchant. Okay, so where is this? And is that it? Reap the whirlwind? Oh, yeah, I guess so. So where am I now? Back to Black Brush. And actually, I can just go out. This is the Black Brush, I thought. It's that way. All right, we'll go out through the normal entrance. Oh, there we go. I gotta go talk to Elle. Or Ellie? Ellie, what's up? Cutscene. She looks distraught. Have you seen my parents? Oh no, not one of these little orphan kids. Stop crying, you little... Oh. They told me to stay here with the others. They said they'd be back soon, but it's been days. They left with the man from Ul'dah. They said that they were going to change everything, make it so he could live inside the walls and everyone else. I liked it when he said that. I didn't like it when he talked about making the rich people pay. Everyone looked so angry and I got scared. Say, mister, are you looking for someone? Not your parents. Yeah, I'm looking for someone stirring up trouble. You mean the man who left with my parents? But I don't know where he... Wait, over there. It's a bird, it's a plane. I think it's him. Well now, which of these gullible fools shall be my next victim? You, mistrustful merchant. Oh, I gotta go chase him. He's getting away. Get him, mister. And I guess I'm gonna go chase. Yeah, pretty far. There he is. You're not even going to make this a challenge, are you? Mistrustful merchant. Excuse me. Pardon me, sir. Bum, bum, bum. Hello, you. You again. Why are you pursuing me? And I explain. Sedition, treason, revolution, that's preposterous. Who has filled the heads with these lies? Refugees? The Selm-safe refugees who terrorize the streets of Ul'dah? Ha! You have no evidence to prove your accusations. None. No. I will not accompany you to the Hall of Flames. You have no right to detain me. For the sake of argument, let's say I did do the things you claim. Surely you don't think I'll give a key current's arse about politics? It was business, only business. I look determined, for some reason.
Sorry, I don't know that.
My Alexa decided to talk to me. Hold on. I told her to stop listening to me. It's rude. You both know that I'm not the one you want. However, if you agree to protect me, I swear I shall tell you everything. Guy goes and cuts a deal, right? Ugh. Well, that worked. What's all this commotion? 7 hells. Tell the others to spread out and search the area. The killer may still be close. Hold, adventurer. I would know more about your relationship with the victim as well as the events leading up to his death. That's it. Throw me in the brig. This man was responsible for the recent riots. Mayhaps we owe his murderer a debt of gratitude. In any case, it is obvious you are not the one whom we seek. You may carry on with your investigation, Scion. Okay. And I have to go back to Swift. Alright, so I gotta go back into Ul'dah. Run, 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 run. I should have gone in the other entrance. I went in the wrong one. There's Swift. What news, Chad? Where is the merchant? And I guess I explained it to him. Murdered? Damn it all, the seventh hell. He was not simply murdered, Chad. He was silenced. Too many knew his face, and he was ready to divulge his secrets. Do not despair, though. We may be closer to identifying the true orchestrator of these riots than you realize. Alright, and this is a Strength and Skill Speed 15, Strength and Determination 15, and Dexterity, let's see, I think it's the first one. Let's see how much better that one is. Knocked Choker, yes. Okay, so that's giving me some decent stuff. So now what? Swift. Make your way to the gate located... I guess Revolution is what I need to talk to. Yeah, Revolution. Swift has message for you from General Raban. Okay. The Flame General left word that you were to proceed to the Fragrant Chamber as soon as you returned. He wishes to discuss your recent discoveries as well as the results of our own investigation. Master Alphanod has already been informed and should be waiting for you outside. Pray proceed to the Royal Promenade with all haste and speak with Bartholomew. Okay. And where do I go? I gotta go up. Okay, so it is usually better or easier, I should say. Where am I? There I am. It's easier to go and instead of like taking the stairs and all that crap, I'm just going to go over and grab the taxi service. Yep, I ended up passing it. I can take it right from the Atherite Plaza. Alright, Athronet. I want to go up. If I can get this to like show where it's up there. I think it's the Chamber of Rule. I thought. Yeah, it's Chamber of Rule. Take me there. Thank you. And it doesn't matter which way I go. I can go around. There's Bartholomew. Meow. We've been expecting you, sir. Please proceed inside. Alright, so there is Oh, more necklaces? I don't need any of these, so I'll just take the cash. Thanks. Commander Swift has kept us apprised of your recent activities. You've made great strides towards quelling the violence? Despite our best efforts to determine what provoked this uprising, the truth continues to elude us. Have you uncovered aught which might shed some light on the mystery? And she nods. And he nods. The information does not leave this room. Ooh, I like that stuff. Yeah. Okay, intrigue. The Syndicate's decision to reject the Doman refugees' appeal for asylum had lasting repercussions. A number of those displaced by the calamity claimed it was proof of a policy of discrimination. Together with a group of Alamigan refugees, they organized a series of demonstrations to protest against the Sultanate. Demonstrations which became heated but did not descend into violence, until a certain incident served as a call to arms. A unit of brass blades sent to supervise the demonstration loosed arrows upon an unarmed protester. It was this atrocity which prompted the refugees to take up arms. I need not tell you what followed. We assumed at first that the attack was born of a miscommunication which, when emotions run high, they happen. But suspicions were raised regarding the unit's commanding officer, whom I ordered interrogated. Sure enough, our fears were soon confirmed. The dog confessed that a merchant had offered him coin to give the order, a merchant in the employ of Teledji Adelji. Okay. Still cannot pronounce that. That's all right. Oh, Teledji Adelji. Thank you, Alphanod. Now I know how to say it. But he spoke in favor of the Dolman's cause. Has ever seemed sympathetic towards the refugees' plight. Why would he do such a thing? Know you of the Cartano Reclamation Bill? It was a proposal to annex the Cartano Flats so that the refugees may establish permanent settlements. When last I looked, that was disputed territory. And he nods. Aye, some might even call it a battlefield. Disputed by somebody. We don't know who. The destruction wrought by Bahamut was greatest at the Cartano Flats. That much is common knowledge. What is less well known is that the rampage laid bare ancient Allagan ruins, of which no record existed. There are certain differences of opinion as to how these ruins should be handled, which is why each nation maintains a military presence in the region to this day. Yet differ though we may, we are still allies. Therefore, in the interest of preserving the Eorzean alliance, we have reached an agreement. Any conflict which may arise during the course of military exercises in the region shall have no bearing on relations between our nations. In full knowledge of this delicate state of affairs, Teledji Adledji promised the Cartano Reclamation Bill. Proposed the bill. Okay, a shameless, bloody ruse which stands to benefit him in but one conceivable way. If successful, he will gain control over the disputed territory under the guise of assisting in the resettlement effort, and you can be sure he'll build an orphanage next to every Allagan ruin. The man would threaten the unity of the Eorzean alliance and risk countless lives for personal gain. That was the Namo that said that. The Sultanate. He walks a path all his own, independent of any faction, and beholden to none of his fellows on the syndicate. By inciting the less fortunate to violence, he hopes to convince others that the Cartano Reclamation Bill is the only viable solution. His sympathy for the plight of the Domans was not but posturing to gain credibility with the refugees. Of that there can be no doubt. Forgive me, but what could possibly motivate Alegi to go to such lengths? What is so special about these ruins that we would risk his position on the Syndicate, and most likely charges of treason against the Sultanate? Omega? What the hell's Omega? That's what Alpha Ned wants to know. What? Pardon? Huh? An Olagon monstrosity not unlike the Ultima weapon. Mayhap larger, we know not. It has yet to be fully excavated. Olagon inscriptions indicate that it was created to befall Bahamut himself. If accurate, it might explain why Nal Van Darnus chose to bring the Red Moon down upon the Cartano Flats. Given the ends he went to ensure Eorzea's annihilation, destroying the one weapon that would stay the Elder Primal may well have seemed like good sense. When first I bore witness to the power of the Ultima weapon, I doubted the evidence of my senses, and now you tell me there is such another such weapon, one which could contend with Bahamut? Bahamut? Aye, we are skeptical ourselves, truth be told, but the ultimate weapon's existence came to light. We thought the inscription had been mistranslated. At present, Omega is more akin to a fossil than a tool of war. Having long since ceased to function, as such, its true potential cannot accurately be gauged. However, if someone were to restore it, as the Galeans did the Ultima weapon, I have little doubt that he would wield untold power. Power enough to subjugate Ul'dah, like as not, and the rest of the Eorzea besides, which is doubtless that Alegi yearns to have it. That he should aspire to world domination, he who has ever walked 2 paces behind Lord Lolito in matters of commerce. 'Tis an acknowledgment of his own limitations that he seeks this power. Woe betide us all should we allow him to have it. Pray waste no time chasing rats. Only a fool would believe that secrets can be kept in Ul'dah. It would seem the implications of the Sultan's refugee problem are rather more far-reaching than we assumed. Okay, so before I go on, the Raban and the Sultanate, they had no idea that there was someone else in the chamber with them, and someone just walked out. And it's like, huh? How could you not know that there was someone in there? They don't know now. All right. Into cutscene. So what do I get out of this? Anything? I gotta go talk to Alphadon. Quest complete, but... Alright. Relevant? I gotta look at these. We're talking about bracelets now. Strength and skill speed. Alright. That looks like what I need, so I'm going to accept it. Recent revelations weigh heavily on Alphanod's mind. Another cutscene? Dude, I should be glad to know the truth, and yet the thought that all this chaos was the product of one man's lust for power sickens me. How long do you think they intend to hide the existence of Omega from the Scions? That they even felt the need to do so is most troubling. It would be in our best interest to learn more of the military activities in the disputed territories. You are, of course, the Scions best suited to this task. Private Fist, do take a moment to... yes, I have not gone any higher than private with the group, so yeah, that's the way it is. Do take a moment to visit the Adder's Nest and make inquiries at the earliest available opportunity. Okay. Begone, whelp. This is no place for children. Sultan's sworn squire. Who's this? Oh. L's out here again. Sniffle, sob. I'm sorry. That was mean. Don't be mean. Sniffle, I was looking for you, mister. You said you were looking for the man who left with my parents. You know this girl? And apparently I do. So he visited Stone's Throw as well, I see. Did you find the man? Were your parents with him? They were not, I am afraid. However, I can think of several places they might be. If you like, we can go and look for them together. Really? You'll help me look, mister? And Alpha nods, says, sure, of course, but first, I must finish speaking with my friend. He's telling me a secret, you see. No one else is allowed to listen. Mayhap you could wait for me by that pillar over there. We required but a moment. And she's cool with it. Okay, mister, I'll be waiting. And she goes running off. I'll take her to the quicksand. Perhaps Mamodi will know what to do. A legion of Garleans, an ether-starved primal, even dealing with an Ascian, would be preferable to this charade. Sometimes I fear Menophilia is too ambitious. We rush hither and yon in response to threats as they arise, without concern for the strain it places on our limited resources and ourselves. Mayhap the time has come for a change. Oh, cell phone call. Chad, this is Benophilia. Just like that, she suddenly calls. Yeah, I know this is sudden, but I must ask you to return to Reverence Toll with all due haste. The situation in the Twelves Wood has taken a turn for the worse. I will explain in detail once you arrive. So this whole storyline just goes whichever way, you know, it's like, okay, the Twelves Wood, then the primal threat she spoke of before has been confirmed. They received no report of Eaxal activity, which leaves the Sylphs. Go, Chad, you know as well as I that the appearance of primals takes precedence over all else. When you arrive, do inform the antecedent that while I am grateful for her concern, she needn't fear for my safety. I am more than capable of protecting myself. And I said I would. And now I need to go back to my regular location. Yeah, the Rising Stone. So go back to the Rising Stone. And that's Mordona. Reverend Toll. Okay. I'm going to get some coffee here. I got my cup. Pour some more. All right. I think that's all the coffee I've got. And as you and Alphanod discussed the next course of action, you were reunited with the young girl from Stone's Throw. Having learned of your desire to find the merchant who recruited her parents, she sought you out in hopes that you might lead her to them. Although he clearly has no desire to do so, Alphanod offers to assist the girl with research. Soon after, you're contacted by Menophilia, who requests you to return to the Rising Stones immediately. The situation in Twelveswood has taken a turn for the worse, and you will be likely asked to intervene. All right, so now I got to go talk to Menophilia. It's this way, isn't it? Oh, it's over here. I was standing right by it, and I ended up walking away. Idiot. Yes, take me into the Rising Stones. Enter the solar. A Serpent Herald. Hello, Herald. It is a relief to see you healthy and hale, Chad. The latest news from Ul'dah was most disturbing. And I'm mansplaining it to her, of course. Clearly, the only injury Alphanod suffered was to his ego. Doubtless, it will heal ere long. The other scions will need to be present for this meeting. If you are ready to begin, I will summon them now. Yeah, go ahead and summon, please. I'm going to take that wristlet and put it on because I'm sure it's going to be a better one. See? Knocked wristlet. Equip. So I'm getting all like blue gear, which is kind of nice. I've not figured out like the alternative stuff. So that I need to figure out. That, and I also still have like bloody low gear for my head. Like this is what? This is a level 50. Level, oh, well, all my gear is starting to get outclassed here, so they look cool, but it's all kind of like, it's not that good. But I haven't run into any new gear. Okay. So I'm going to take a quick break, and I will be back shortly, so hang in there. Thanks. I'm back. Okay, I gotta talk to Minophilia again, I guess. Minophilia wishes to discuss the latest threat to the rise of the Black Shroud. Here comes everybody. Thank you for responding to my call with such haste. Rest assured, I should not have summoned you were it not urgent. To business, then. I have received some most disturbing news from the Order of the Twin Adder. They have reason to believe that the Sylphs may have called forth their revered guardian, the Primal Ramu. I'm sorry, may have? Then it's not certain? The Elder Seedseer informs us that the elements themselves murmur of the Lord Levin's return to the forest. The Sylph lands, however, display no signs of undue commotion. Forgive me, antecedent, but that fact need not contradict the element's testimony. Unlike his more bellicose compeers, Garuda and so on, Ramu is reputed to act only in the defense of his children. Imagine he would soon make his presence known if any were foolish enough to directly endanger the Sylphs or their territory. The abruptness of this development concerns me. Were we not keeping a close watch on the touched ones and their movements? In preparations for a summoning ritual were indeed underway, 'twould surely not have escaped your notice. Oh, it didn't. I was pretty sure it was going on. Just not this soon. I beg your pardon? You foresaw this eventuality and did not to prevent it? I told Papalimo I suppose I could have reported things to Minophilia earlier, but there honestly wasn't much we could do except wait and see. You know how the Sylphs feel about people poking around in their territory. They already summoned Ramu once right after the calamity, but that was because the Garleans came tramping through the forest. And so long as Castium Orion stands, the Sylphs cannot be blamed for wishing to have their guardian deity on hand. In short, Yida and I are in agreement. The actions of the forest folk were inevitable and unavoidable. And I maintain that observation would have remained the best policy had it not been for sudden influx of strangers into the Black Shroud. That, alas, we did not foresee. By all accounts, the recent violence in Ul'dah drove a number of refugees to seek safety under the concealing canopy of the trees. 'Tis like the sylphs perceived this panicked migration as yet another invasion and quickened their efforts to summon their god. I am put in mind of Titans and the kobolds. Once again, it is the affairs of men which have paved the way for Primal's coming. Indeed, one cannot help but wonder what manner of place Eorzea would be without the civilizing influence of mankind. Be that as it may, this regrettable development does afford us a unique opportunity. Chad, though you're dealing with the sylphs of little solace, you once succeeded in preventing an untimely conflict with Gridania. I wonder, might one who has treated with the sylphs so fruitfully in the past not achieve similar success with their patron deity? If Ramu can be convinced of our intentions, it may be the first step to breaking the cycle of primal summoning. I fond hope, were such a thing possible, we would not have been at war with the Beastmen since time immemorial. And maybe this time we can. Let us continue this discussion anon. We must needs first consult with the nation most affected by Ramu's presence. The Elder Seedseer has requested your personal involvement, Chad. Pray report to Commander Hilu at the Adder's Nest as soon as you are able. And I'm off. Steel yourself for the worst. While I hope for a peaceful resolution to this matter, experience suggests that your meeting with the Lord of Leven will prove less than amicable. In such an event, your fellow scions will be, of course, lend you whatever support you require. All right. Let's see. I gotta go to the Adder's Nest. So I gotta go all the way to Gridania, I'm pretty sure. Yep. And off to Gridania. Okay, and I gotta go this way. Private Fist, your arrival has been most anticipated. The appearance of a primal is ever cause for alarm and unease. Though my men stand ready for any eventuality, I know of none more qualified than you to snuff out this threat. Indeed, I would have you do so without delay. The Elder Seedseer, however, would speak with you first. She is of the opinion that your diplomatic rather than martial skills may better serve our cause. I thought it was just the hair, right? Okay. I will leave further explanation to our learned leader. Pray make your way to Nofika's altar. The conjurer in attendance will admit you to the lotus stand. All right, and I need to leave. Looks like I need to go to Old Gridania. And it probably doesn't matter which way I go, but let's see. Maybe it does. Show me the map. There we are. All right, so if I go this way, it's probably faster. Okay, cool. Could have gone the other way, but that would, like, drag me out the wrong way. There's a silent conjure. The other science have already arrived, sir. May I show you in? Yes, please. Take me to the lotus stand. Is that like a fruit stand? All right. Let's talk to the boss lady here. Science of the Seventh Dawn. On behalf of the people of Gordania, I bid you welcome. Your presence is of great comfort to us all in these days of uncertainty. I summoned you here to share tidings of the most urgent nature, but a short while ago the great elemental spoke, and his voice was clarion in its intensity. Ramu is returned unto the forest. Scarce has his words ceased to echo in mine ears when we were visited by the emissary from Little Solace. There's the emissary. A leaf lady. Or man. Our guest informs us that sylphs too have sensed the presence of the Lord L11. Though his exact whereabouts remain unknown, we may safely assume that the primal was summoned within the heart of Siflens. Unlike the other primals you have encountered, Lord Ramu is no raging avatar of destruction. He is revered as much for his wisdom as his strength, helping as both arbiter and guardian to his children. Given that we and the sylphs found a way to share the Twelveswood, it is my hope that this sagely immortal will be amenable to reason and that conflict may be avoided. Blessed are you with the power of the echo, and you are one of the few among us who may commune with the primal without fear of influence. I would ask, therefore, that you present us with in its most delicate of negotiations. Represent us. The Twelveswood has suffered enough. Upon this, we and the sylphs and I would venture Lord Ramu himself are in perfect accord. Let us not endanger our shared home by engaging in unnecessary hostilities. Dear friend, I beseech you, safeguard the peace which exists between our peoples. And of course I'm in agreement. You have my thanks. You're welcome. Pray make for little solace. Then, a member of the Order of the Twin Adder awaits you there. We will advise you on how to find the Lord of Levin. And the old wind blows through the forest. Yet it is not only the Twelveswood that flinches at its coming. All the lands of Eorzea shiver in dreaded anticipation. Have care. All right, now where do I go? I gotta go to Little Solace. And Hawthorne Hut is the closest, so we're going to go to Hawthorne Hut. That way. Hello, Lieutenant. Private Fist, I was told to expect you. I understand you go to treat with the primal Ramu himself, an unenviable task, but one for which I have no doubt that you are well suited. I have been told that your fellow scions are conducting an investigation of the area as we speak. that we might ascertain the location where the Lord of Leven might be found. I would ask that you abide here until they return with their findings. So I gotta hang out and wait. Vitality and determination. Vitality and critical hit. I don't mind. Yeah, I don't know. Let's try this one. I don't think it's going to be worth anything. And nope, not worth anything. Okay, could have taken the gold. Would have been better. Oh well. No guilt for you. The Serpent Lieutenant looks about, seemingly awaiting a visitor. Cutscene. I was told that a messenger would be sent as soon as your fellow Scions finished their investigation. I do not imagine it will be much longer. This one returns with good tidings. Wise ones have finished searching and have wisely identified the precise location where the Touched One summoned Lord Ramu. Your timing is impeccable, my fluttery friend. Might you be so kind as to escort this good man to his fellow Scions? I would be this one's pleasure, walking one. Please come with us, with this one. And off he goes, or she goes, or they go. Unknown, so this is a good case for they, yes. I guess I need to, like, hop on my fat chocobo time. All kinds of stuff out here. There we go. Maxio, what have you got for me? Wise ones have ventured deep within the Sylphlands. These ones must proceed carefully and keep an eye out for the Touched Ones. Okay. And she said go this way. Walk this way. Talk this way. Alright, Maxio, what's up? This one is most sorry, but this one can go no further. Draw too close to Lord Ramu, and this one may turn mean and nasty like the Touched Ones. Got it. And so this one must say farewell for now. Walking one will find wise ones not far from here to the south. Go in safety, walking one. And I gotta go this way. Also, there's a fate here. But I'm going to ignore the fate. Oh, it's not going to let me go fall off the cliff. Okay, that's good. Oh, please, really? Oh shit. Okay. I got all kinds of crap here. I keep walking into more. That's not good. Alright, maybe I can, like, get shit from to stop hitting me for a few minutes here. Wait for my health to come back up. Alright. Papalimo, excuse me. So it's actually you. I am relieved. For a moment, I thought we were dealing with another one of those confounded sylph tricksters. I swear, with them wreaking havoc with their skin-changing magics, it's wonder I was able to finish taking my measurements. Yes, it was quite the ordeal. You should have seen the look on Estola's face when the one impersonating you suddenly showed up. That's quite enough, Papalimo. My apologies. It's not like me to ramble so. At any rate, as I was saying, I have finished measuring etheric activity, as opposed to arthritic activity in the area, and I am pleased to say I have reached an indisputable conclusion, to wit, that Ramu was called forth in the vicinity of the Sylph's Aetheryte. Come, Chad, the Lord of Leven awaits. Okay. And this way, I get to go through the fate again. Oh, forget it. No. This guy's gonna leave me alone. Ah! Can't go that way. Boy, these guys are relentless. Fine. I should have flown. Now I've got like a shit ton of stuff trying to kill me at the moment. That's not good. Pretty tight quarters here, so it's like... Still got two things. A giant barn stool. Barnastool? The hell? Still got something that's like chewing on me, but I don't see where it is. It's just imaginary. It's not really there. Okay. Now I can get out of here. Maybe? I really backed myself into, like... I got something chasing me, but... It's like, I don't know... I need to be able to get away from it, if I can. I can't fly, because it's, like, chasing me. And I'm in an area where I shouldn't be. Fine. Oh, there it is. God, I was wondering. Another? Okay, I should have flown. I already said that. Am I out of bat? Yes, I'm out of fighting. Yay! Oh, damn it. What just shot me at me? Crap. This is fucking ridiculous. You guys, like, chill? Alright, now I'm out of battle. That's better. Okay, so there's... I'm gonna be down somewhere around here, but... Oh, there's the Aetheryte crystal. But I don't see... I guess I'll go in this way. So that's like the front end. There's a violent screech. But hopefully it's not going to chew on me. Oh, they're all sitting there going, hello. Thine aura betrays thee, servant of Heidelin. Okay, Ramu. Here he comes. Ah, okay. Well, he's kind of unexpected. Gandalf! Thou art the bringer of light, bane of Ifrit, Titan, Garuda, and Leviathan. Failure? Everything's better? How, oh, that was the... okay, that's fine. Whatever. I am Ramu, guardian of the children of the forest. So the failure was from the fate that I walked into by accident. So I wasn't trying to do the fate. That's why I failed on it, because I didn't kill everything. Thou tramplest upon sacred soil, bringer of light. By what right doth man intrude in this sanctuary of the sylphs? And I explain it to him. The Gradanians proffer peace. Their words are born of delusion. Thine offer an insult. Oh, come on now. Thou speakest of harmony, yet carest not for my children's desires. They did but wish to dwell beneath these boughs in solitude, yet even that was too much to ask of man. Thus did they turn to me for succor. The sentence I pronounce upon thy kind is just. Gradanian of Garlean, it matters not. The good intent of one excuseth not the misdeeds of the other. Thy conflict hath brought naught but anguish and misery unto the forest. All blame doth lie with the darkness that resideth in the breast of man. This is not going well. That, and I like his epic beard. Maybe I could do that with the mustache too, you know, just like, Whence sprung this calamitous seed? In the beginning, no such duality existed. Were light and dark given form when man was born? It would have explained much, not least why strife and sorrow follow ever in thy wake. Thou canst not deny the urgings of thine own nature. Knowing that they mere presence were portent tragedy, wilt thou persist in this pretense of peacemaking? And my crystal shows up. Thou bearest the crystal which I bestowed upon my wayward charges, that they should entrust so precious a gift to thee. Thou standeth apart from thy kin. Thou art the bringer of light, aye, but there is something more in thee. Very well, I shall consider thy proposal. Shalt thou survive my trial? Oh, I gotta go through a trial with him? If thou wouldst champion the cause of harmony, I must have proof that thou art fit to play the role. Weather mine ire, and prove to me thereby that thou hast strength enough to stay the darkness which threateneth to consume thee. Yet if thou be found wanting, know that all men shall perish in the storm of my judgment. Okay, this could be bad. So come to me, bringer of light, I shall await thee on the field of battle. Look at these guys. Olaf's. They got Olaf's there. Olaf's on the pedestal. Olaf on a stick. Okay. Eorzea, it is rare indeed to find you so far from thy tome. The Lord of Leven himself. Never till this day had I looked upon his visage save in painted renderings. Made faint by time, ever shall this scene remain etched in my mind's eye. Ahem. Beg pardon, my lady. I must beg thine aid on point of research. If thou art resolved to face Lord Ramu, I would ask they leave to observe the event. Thy leave. Okay. She's going to go hang out with me, I guess. So I got to put up with this primal, but I have no idea what he does. Striking thee hard now. Oh, it's another one of these. Okay. Well, I tell you what, I'm not going to tackle this one today. I am going to go off and do the other quest line. Labyrinth of Ancients. Okay, so let's see where this one is. So we know that we'll have to come back over here sometime. So this one here, Labyrinth of the Ancients. Make your way to the gate located to the southeast of St. Cornish Find. All right, assuming the role of the expedition leader, Grahatia issues instructions to the assembled Fellowship of Noah. Detailing how the operation will proceed, make your way to the large gate located to the southeast of St. Cornish Find and await the arrival of the rest of the survey team. Okay, so I got to figure out how to get there. It's at Mordana, and where's the... oh, this is back to the... I gotta go to Reverend's Toll again. And yes, I'm gonna go that way. I don't know how much of this quest I still have left, but I'm gonna still keep working on it. And that's this one here, so we'll go this way. The other thing I need to do is figure out how the hell do I summon my chocobo in order to fight again? Because it's like, I've got the, well, it says here I don't have any. Well, that might explain things, but I thought I had a bunch. Oh, come on, can't I go? Oh, it's not going to let me go. I am having all kinds of difficulty maneuvering. I keep running into ceilings. Okay, that's not the right way. I'm gonna go through all these guys again, I guess. Okay, here's my destination. And I'm waiting. Because other people are supposed to show up, right? Here comes the gang. Crystal Tower lies beyond this portal. Now comes the interesting part. Sid, you are the only one of our number who has ever crossed this threshold. I ask that you take the lead for the present. Red, blue, green, and yellow. Or gold. I say the energy radiating from these statues is palpable. Palpable. Lucky for us that it is. One might otherwise stroll past them. Feast your eyes on the eternal defenses which prompted our lengthy preparations. These sentinels prevent would-be intruders from advancing to within 20 yalms of the tower's inner reaches. Okay, let's see what this does. Yeah, that didn't go very far. Force field! No matter how swift they may be. Happily, the crystal fangs we took such pains to craft should spare us the inconvenience of instantaneous annihilation. Instantaneous. It'll take a few hits, but we'll be annihilated. Okay, here, allow me to demonstrate. Chief, it's too dangerous to allow anyone else to risk his life testing one? Quite right. I made the damn things. It's my job to see that they work. All right, Sid. Stick it to it. Yeah, that works. Yay! Success. Everyone's happy. I, for one, am convinced, friends. Ready your fangs. I got my fang right here. There's my fang. Okay, who's got the green one? Okay, there's one more. Archer? Archer got that one. The gold one. Is that mine? They're all staring at me. The last one is yours, old friend. It seems only right. Okay, fine. Okay, it worked. Yay! Got through those 4. Now we can just waltz in. Aha, we did it. So much for the outer defenses. Indeed, the entrance to the tower is near at hand. My blood fairly sings with anticipation. Okay. Speaking of blood, I have a proposal for the next stage of the expedition. I suggest we wait here while Chad and a hand-picked party of his adventuring companions enter the tower. What? Without us? I thought we came here to survey the entire structure. Sounds like I'm going to have a quest to do, or a operation to do here, too. We did, and we will, but our investigations must proceed at a more measured pace. If the outside of the place is this well defended, can you imagine what awaits us on the inside? Only a true hero could reasonably hope to brave the hazards ahead and live to tell the tale. Chad here fits that description better than anyone I know. Yeah, we'll see. And it is not as if we shall be idle in his absence. While Chad and his companions are risking life and limb to beat us a path to the tower, we can set about analyzing this rubble for evidence of how its technologies function. Your knowledge of ancient lore will be invaluable in this endeavor, historian Grahatia. Bah, do you ever tired of being right, old man? I don't think he does. Chad, as it seems I won't be accompanying you, allow me at least to provide some instruction. The maze that surrounds the base of the tower is known as the Labyrinth of the Ancients. During this initial foray, I suggest you concentrate on ridding the place of hostile elements. When you are reasonably certain the maze is secure, contact me via link shell, and we shall join your post haste. No matter what Gaster Garland says, though we would prefer it if any relics you encounter remain intact. You have leave to do whatever is necessary to secure ingress to the upper levels of the tower. Fortune go with you, Chad. And I'm so in agreement. So I've got 20 minutes. We'll see how far we get with this. Oh, duty finder. Oh, it's a new regular duty. Okay. Maybe I can do, it's a regular duty, so that means I should be able to do, what's this? Duties of alliances. Duty is designed to be undertaken by an alliance. A squad of 24 adventurers formed with 3 full parties. This battle composition is reserved for large-scale duties only. Oh, shit. Well, damn. While you are in an alliance, the class, job icons, and health bars of alliance members will appear to the right of the party list. By joining forces with other parties, you can achieve that which would otherwise be impossible. So this could mean that I'm not going to get any further today. This is what this means. Because this is also a group undertaking, and I may not be able to do it. Yeah, it's going to take longer than 15 minutes, and I don't have that much longer. So I'm not going to be able to do this. Oh well. C'est la vie. Okay, but this is a good place for me to call it a day, I guess. With the help of Sid non-Garland, members of the expedition of Crystal Tower have successfully penetrated the defense of the 8 Sentinels. The ancient Allegan structure is not so easily entered, however, and the labyrinth of the ancients now awaits the fellowship of Noah as they seek the ultimate prize. So they give you 2 hours to finish this, which obviously... Let's see, requirements. 1 to 8 players, 3 parties of 1 tank, 2 healers, and 5 DPS. 3 parties with at least 1 member each are necessary when the unrestricted party option is in effect. Discipline of Disciples of War or Magic. Limited jobs can participate only in a performed party meetings, party size requirements, or an unrestricted party, and if the duty allows, rules allow. Blah, blah. Additional route lose unavailable. Mode, blah, blah, blah. Rear 24 member alliance. Okay. I don't... Let's see if... I'm just curious. Nope. I'm now stuck in the duty finder, so that's not going to fly. Alright, I'm going to open this back up, maybe. Where's my duty finder list? Duty finder. There it is. Do your duty. I'm going to withdraw. Alright, and that is... I wanted to check to see if I could do it with, like, NPCs, but that's not going to fly today. So it looks like I'm stuck. We will tackle this first next week, but this will give me a chance also to kind of see what I need to do in order to fix my my bars, because this is not the right order. I need to redo all of this. It'll also allow me to kind of check and see what this, well, actually, both of these instances or raids are all about, because I have the other one I need to do as well in hard mode. So I'm going to call it today for this particular adventure in Final Fantasy, because we just don't have enough time to keep going. If I don't see you between the now and the next time I see you, have a good day, have a good afternoon, have a wonderful evening. I love you all. Thanks for stopping by. I'll see you soon. Bye now.